SoFlo Home Project is so much fun for me as an interior designer because I get to share design advice with you each and every week. And recently, many of you have been asking your own design questions, so I thought it would be fun to now answer some of those and share some pro tips and tricks on how to bring style into your own home on today's SoFlo Home Project. Welcome to SoFlo Home Project. I'm Alena Capra. So today's show is going to be more of a question and answer focused show where I'm going to share with you some pro tips on how to create stylish spaces of your own. Today we have design solutions for elevating the look of your spaces, making your small rooms feel bigger, finding the perfect color scheme for your home, and so much more. So the first question is, what are some key decorative and design elements that could easily elevate your space? So this question I love because, first of all, it's a broad question and there are so many different ways to tackle it. So no matter what your style is in terms of design and what you're looking for, a lot of these tips can help. So first and foremost, I say the best way to easily update and elevate any room in your home is by adding something to a vertical surface. So in this case, wallpaper. Wallpaper is one of those things that can really make instant impact. That elevation of the look and design could be done simply by picking one accent wall. There are so many different options of what you can do, and the best part about wallpaper is that it's something that easily updates your space in a matter of hours. So if you're thinking about doing something different than wallpaper to elevate your space, some other great options I pulled for you as well. So another popular look we're seeing in home decor right now is this slat wall. This is a huge trend. We have seen it everywhere. Many of the homes we've toured here on SoFlo Home Project have featured them. And often these are done by custom millwork companies, but there are a lot of brands now making prefabricated panels that can easily be installed on your wall in a variety of different wood finishes and colors. So if you're looking to add that sort of visual depth to a wall with an organic element, I would absolutely suggest this look. It is a great way to update a space and bring it to the current design trends. So if you don't want wood, you could also take advantage of another design trend and use fluted stone. So you could also add depth to your wall by installing a stone accent wall with something like this. And we're seeing so much of a big trend back to bringing the outdoors in. Filling an awkward corner with a piece of furniture is fine, but sometimes it's really nice to use a plant. So whether it's artificial or live, there are a lot of different plants that you can choose from. Some very popular ones are the bird of paradise and the fiddle leaf fig. And all of these types of taller plants can be raised up in the planter to bring a higher height. So it's always good to kind of know your ceiling height. And then if you're going to purchase the planter and the plant, kind of get a nice balance of how high you want to build that up in the planter so it looks in proportion to the room. The last and final way that I'd love to suggest on how to instantly elevate the decor of your space is another wall treatment. So in this case, I love 3D wall decor. You probably have seen a lot of this again on so many of the home tours that we've shown. It's a great way to kind of make your space your own, because the cool part about pieces that are 3D, the layout is the art. So whether you need to fill a blank wall and you don't necessarily want a piece of framed art or mirror, 3D wall art is that great solution. Add different colors, different textures. There are plenty of ways to use 3D wall art to create beautiful spaces and fill those empty walls. So that would be my third tip on elevating your space, but we have more, so stay with us. Coming up, we answer your many questions regarding countertops for your home on SoFlo Home Project.
SoFlo Home Project is sponsored in part by Eldorado Furniture. Looking to refresh your home? Visit us online at eldoradofurniture.com or a showroom near you.
Hi, this is John,
And I'm Jennifer with USA Windows and Doors.
and today we're going to show you another beautiful house that we're about to finish the impact windows and doors.
And more specifically, I want to focus on this door. This is a wood grain finish door. Now for this customer, he has a home office that has all wood on the inside. It's wood paneling on the walls, and he wanted to match that look for his door. And as you can see behind us, this door is a wood grain finish. Now, the good thing is it's an aluminum door, and it has the texture and feel like if it was wood, and the look as well.
As you see, this door have a low-E coating on the glass. It will prevent from the heat to go inside the house, so the customer can enjoy the look of it. Here at USA Windows and Doors, we offer a lot of different brands and varieties of impact windows and doors. We have all the brands. We carry everything.
Now, when it comes to installation, this is key. You can have a great product, but if it's not installed properly, it will defeat the purpose. So for this door, as you can see, the exterior caulking, the restucco that was done, it's completely seamless. It makes it easier for the homeowner to transition because all you have to do is do minimal paint over it and your home looks like nothing ever happened.
As you see, we removed the shutters. There's no shutters around all the windows and doors. And we did a nice stucco work, and this house is ready to be painted. If you're ready to upgrade your windows to impact windows and doors, call USA Windows and Doors today.
Or visit us at our website at usawindowsanddoors.com.
Welcome back to SoFlo Home Project. I'm Alena Capra, and today I'm continuing to answer your questions, your design questions of all the ways that you could bring stylish and durable materials to your home. So when it comes to natural stone, that includes categories of things such as marble, quartzite, onyx, granite. Those are natural stones. They come from the earth and they are durable materials. If you are shopping for natural stone for your kitchen, quartzites and granites are going to be your hardest natural stones. So those might be your best options for kitchens or baths where it's still a natural product, you still get the beauty of the natural stone, but they're going to be a little bit denser and not as porous perhaps as a marble. So marble is very beautiful, but I always tend to encourage, if you want to use it in a bathroom, perhaps over a kitchen. Think about quartzite, which is a natural product like this called Taj Mahal. It's one of my absolute favorite quartzites. It's a great neutral beige. It's not too heavy on the veining. And this is what's called a leather finish. So that's been a very popular finish. So if you want to try something a little bit new, you don't want something too shiny, leathered finish on natural stone is really beautiful. Then you have honed finishes, which is something like this, where it's just a smooth, flat surface. And then, of course, the polished finish, which is brilliant and shiny. So a lot of different options when it comes to your finish. There are two different types of veins when it comes to selecting your stone. So you have what's called vein cut. That's when it's cut a certain way so it appears stripier, such as this. Now, if you want something different than that, or you want to see more of the vein in a freeform way, cross cut. So this and all of these here are cross cut stones, where you see the vein creating the pattern and not in a linear way. So natural stone is absolutely beautiful, but if you are looking for man-made or engineered product, engineered quartz is a product such as these samples that you're seeing here. Lots of different brands make engineered stone. So these are great surface options because the engineered quartz really can kind of withstand anything. You don't have to seal it, you do not have to maintain it. It's usually heat resistant and stain resistant, so it's a great product. There's a variety of colors. A lot of it can mimic the look of real natural stone, or if you want a more solid and homogeneous look, you could find that too. And we've covered all of these in singular episodes on our show, but I love giving you the tips just so you could kind of compare and contrast. Next, we have answers to the many ways you can make your smaller rooms appear bigger on SoFlo Home Project. And we are here today with Susan Manning of All American Roofing to find out a little bit more about how All American Roofing helps homeowners, what you do, and how you're using the latest technology.
So, although I'm old school, as you may know, and I write everything down, we do have a lot of technology here at All American Roofing. We now measure the roofs by satellite. We started in 2018 doing this, and it really has helped us a lot. We're able to provide estimates a lot quicker to the homeowners. They're not waiting for us to schedule for a man to come out there and hand measure the roof. So what we do is we measure the roof by satellite. We put the squares of the roof, that's how big the roof is, into the computer, and it spits out the price. And this way everybody gets a fair, same price. We also use drone now. We're doing a very, very large complex in Coral Springs right now, and we're able to show the board members and the property managers what the roof looks like.
There's a lot of incentives and programs out there, and I wanted to speak a little bit more about some of the newest and current and ongoing ones.
So currently there's the My Safe Florida Home program. The state of Florida is giving grants to people for up to $10,000, and it's free. You don't have to pay it back. If you put a new roof on or new windows, they will give you up to $10,000 back.
Wow, that's a great program right there.
There's also the PACE program, but this is a loan. You have to
So
pay
we have
back.
grants, we have loans.
Exactly.
How do homeowners reach you should they have questions on any of the things we spoke about today, or just replacing or repairing the roof in general?
They can call us at 954-772-7663 or reach us on the web at allamericanroof.com.
Thanks again. It's always a pleasure.
Pleasure here as well.
So we are still in the midst of the summer heat here in South Florida, and that always has us thinking that we could get summer storms, which could cause a power outage. We're here today with Jeanette Holton with SoFlo at the Local 10 Studios to find out a little bit more about how this could help you in the event of a storm.
It's a very timely topic. We at SoFlo are trying to power the new world with eco-friendly portable power energy products. Our latest product is SoFlo Delta Pro 3, which we have sitting right here. This can power your whole entire home, just this unit. And what's great about the Delta Pro 3 is that it's expandable and stackable. You can purchase separately batteries that fit perfectly on top of this and stack them up. This type of whole home power backup system can really be a very reliable, safe way to keep your family independent from whatever's going on in the outside world. You still have power in your home.
The ability to be able to power your home with something of this size and have it indoors. We're not talking about generators where you have to worry about all of the fumes and the carbon monoxide and things that could happen when you have it in the enclosed space. This could run everything.
It can run everything safely and reliable.
Is it very difficult to kind of get set up within the home with this unit?
That's always my main concern because I'm not handy at all. So that's the first question I ask all the time. And no, it's not difficult at all. It's really ready for plug and play.
Jeanette, so I see a handle and some wheels on this. I'm assuming this is portable and easy to take outside the home.
Absolutely, absolutely. Part of the new design was the wider wheels, and it comes with a handle. It doesn't have to be devoted to a whole home power backup system always to remain inside the home. You could also take it out for tailgate parties, for example, or for camping trips.
Lots of great uses, not just for storm season, but for football season as well.
Oh, absolutely. Yes.
Well, Jeanette, I want to thank you so much. This has been awesome, and I've certainly learned a lot.
Thank you so much for having me.
Welcome back to SoFlo Home Project. I'm Alena Capra, and we are continuing to share some design tips and answer viewer questions. And we've covered a couple of good ones, and now this is one of the biggest questions that we do get. How to make a small room appear bigger. So if you were using a bed and going with something that's a chunkier bed or a thicker headboard may not be the best for a smaller space. Go with things that are a little bit more streamlined and in scale with the space. Sometimes looking at something that has a leg or might be raised off the floor just a bit in a cramped space makes the room flow feel a little bit more open. Don't be afraid to add an accent wall that adds depth. So in the smaller space, you put a darker color or maybe a textured wallpaper behind that bed, and it creates an instant kind of visual trick to the eye. One more thing when it comes to the bedroom specifically, perhaps it's a guest room or a kid's room. If you have two beds in a small space, I always love to use the wall space appropriately. So you could do a split floor plan where each bed goes to the longest wall and it's a shared nightstand in the middle. So right here, you would have a shared nightstand between the two beds. You don't always need to have clear space on all sides of the beds. Use the wall, maximize the space. Now, color temperature of light in the room. More light in the room, the bigger it feels. Another thing is in smaller spaces like small bathrooms, sometimes it's nice to do an additional mirror on the opposite wall. If you have tile halfway up the room, you can mirror the wall opposite the vanity as well. So this way it creates a bigger looking space. I started my design career in New York, and when we designed a lot of New York City baths where I worked, we would always add a lot of mirrors in those smaller bathrooms somewhere else aside from the vanity wall. It always makes the space feel bigger. Next, we have inspo on selecting the right color schemes for your rooms on SoFlo Home Project.
Good Greek Moving and Storage is the official mover of many of South Florida's professional and collegiate teams, including the Miami Marlins, Miami Heat, Florida Panthers, University of Miami, and more. And as the official mover, Good Greek handles all of the transportation of team equipment to and from all of the away games, as well as handling personnel moves for coaches, players, and staff. The reason why these organizations trust us is because of the high level of service and highly trained personnel, and these are the same reasons why you should trust us too.
Good Greek Moving and Storage, your superhero movers.
Welcome back to SoFlo Home Project. I'm Alena Capra, and we are on the last stop of our design questions and answering period. So what I wanted to share now was probably the biggest question that we get asked. How do you get the color scheme just right for your home? So in this particular look, more color was the directive. So I started with this fabric. Okay, this fabric encompassed all of the colors we wanted to bring into this living room. It had beautiful tones, and we call this a bridge fabric. So a bridge fabric allows you to bridge from that to other fabrics to pull the look together. I then chose something for the main upholstery in this blue. So we had accent chairs in this color. I did a bench in a vinyl that also brings in the tonality, and bar stools in this fabric. So all of them, as you see, pull from what's in this bridge fabric. But now it's the same concept when you're picking your wall covering. So the rug that I chose grounded all of these colors. I added a little bit of texture with another blue that matches the original for some swivel chairs. But repeating a specific wood finish or color throughout helps tie it together. And I think a good rule of thumb is maybe 2 to 3 times. 3 is always nice. That's that perfect number in design. The rule of threes, we love to use it. And I think then it looks purposeful. So the more kind of monochromatic color scheme where I just infused one color with the neutral base is here. So this was for a bedroom. We wanted it very serene. So here we actually started with the rug. And initially this was going to be an all neutral space. And the client wanted to add color. So having this as my starting point didn't give me an opportunity to figure out which color is in this because it's all neutral. So I had to experiment and play around and see what would coordinate with it. So I actually ended up using a blue color that I matched for the wall paint. So when you start with a paint color, then I pulled everything else around. And then I matched from that paint a fabric for a pillow, which also connected the cream color. So now this became my bridge fabric after I've started. I was able to then add in other fabrics. And here, don't be afraid to introduce new colors. When you're working with a neutral base, you could layer the colors. So as long as they all are in the same kind of hue, it works, and that I continue them throughout the room. And so you see, you could really create more monochromatic schemes in a room just by keeping the tonalities close in color. So I hope that you enjoyed this question and answer episode. And as always, we love getting your questions, so please keep them coming. And in all things design inspo, check out what we have for you next week. As your taste evolves, so should your home. We help you level up your home decor with designer touches that won't break the bank. So now we can switch gears from home design advice to healthy living advice. So let's check in with Hunter Frankie, the host of SoFlo Health, and see what he's up to tomorrow. Hunter, what's going on?
Hey there, Alena. Tomorrow on SoFlo Health, you're in the microwave, and I'm out here showing you ways that you can utilize your microwave for your health. Plus, we head to an Argentinian restaurant that's serving Italian food and is now located here in Wynwood. Plus, there's a group out there helping people with mobility needs travel more easily. It's all right here at 12:30 p.m. on the one and only Local 10 for SoFlo Health.
Thanks, Hunter. Sounds great. We will definitely be watching. And to our viewers, thanks for joining us this week. And we hope to see you again next week for another all-new episode of SoFlo Home Project right here on Local 10. And remember, there's no place like SoFlo Home. If you missed any part of this episode, or if you're looking for more design inspiration, make sure to check out all episodes online at SoFloShows.com. And don't forget to follow us on social media on Facebook and Instagram.